Now, what's going on with you today? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing good, by the way. So today I want to have a little conversation about this Young Thug situation that's kind of ongoing right now. So if you guys don't know, right, apart from the YSL trial that is currently ongoing, Young Thug has been in headlines for a couple different things. The first thing being that jail call between him and his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, that surfaced. I'm sure you might have heard or seen something about this, but just in case you don't know, let me fill you in really quickly. So the other day, there was this jail call between Young Thug, okay, and his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist. She's an R&B artist, singer, vocalist, songwriter in the music industry. She's really talented. Said he calling from Atlanta, say he missed me. That's a song she's featured on, which is called Stone Cold. Really good song. So this jail call ended up surfacing and should have never surfaced.
You look beautiful.
Thanks, Daddy. I miss you so much. I wish I could give you a hug and a kiss on Christmas. Do you miss me?
Most definitely.
You sexy.
Technically, it didn't really leak because apparently, according to the Cobb County Jail, that's where Young Thug is locked up, they apparently routinely receive and fulfill open records requests of phone calls and video visitations for Young Thug. And by the way, according to them, they're obliged under Georgia law to comply with these requests. I mean, I get it, it's the law, but in my opinion at least, like, it's crazy because this was a conversation that was supposed to stay private after all. I mean, he's talking to his girlfriend, god damn it. In other words, it felt very illegal watching this. Like, I felt something inside of me that's like, this is wrong. Like, I'm not supposed to see this. This was never supposed to be public for the whole world to see, man. The boy Champagne Papi, okay, Drake himself, he actually decided to chime in on social media and he dropped this comment on, I believe it was on Academic's page. This is what he said. There's got to be some form of jail misconduct. You're going to drag this talented man, then not be able to control your employees using his personal business for their own gain, question mark. Somebody benefited from this video even existing, and that's shameful. Whole case is a wash. Just 3. I believe he's supposed to say just free the guy and let him come home and continue bringing light to Atlanta. Now obviously that last part ain't really gonna happen, but I don't really blame Drake because Thug is his homie, so of course he want him to come home, but you know what I'm saying, like, he's facing a RICO case, so things are unfortunately not that easy, right? So there's been a huge conversation on social media regarding the immorality of this phone call surfacing for the whole world to see. Personally, I think, you know, because he is a public figure, I think certain things like phone calls between his loved ones shouldn't really be able to be requested by just anybody. I mean, at the end of the day, man, Thug is on trial right now. At the very least, I mean, no matter what he's facing, I think he, at the very least, deserves his privacy. And you can kind of tell, you know, judging from this phone call right here, that Thug has a lot of things on his mind, man. Like, if you guys were paying attention to this phone call, because, you know, I was really like looking and paying attention to what was going on. As you can see, his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, she's kind of expressing, you know, that she really misses him, which honestly, the way she did it was kind of like cute. It was really cool to see because, like, Young Thug may not have a lot of things to look forward to at this particular moment because he's on trial, and I'm sure his anxiety is like off the roof. His stress levels are probably off the roof as well. Like, I can't even imagine, right? So for him to kind of have like someone on the outside who's like this excited to just speak to him personally, I think that's actually gonna alleviate some of that stress that he might be facing. Because it's one thing to be locked up, battling the kind of case that Thug is currently facing, and not have anyone on the outside who's genuinely excited to just speak to you. And it's another thing to have that. Like, at the very least, if you have that, then it's gonna be easier for you to kind of keep your spirit up throughout your time while you're locked up, because hey, it ain't easy being locked up. That's why I always try to say, like, just be a law-abiding citizen, man. So receiving the kind of love that Thug was getting from his girlfriend, that's gonna at least keep him a little more fueled than he would have otherwise been had he not had that. Now, aside from this jail call with Young Thug and his girlfriend surfacing, there was also something else that ended up surfacing, which is some body cam footage that showcased Young Thug's jail cell at the Cobb County Jail in Georgia being searched by a corrections officer. apparently they conducted the search because they were looking for contraband, i.e. anything that shouldn't be there, i.e. illicit goods. So they tore Young Thug's jail cell upside down. And, you know, Young Thug is reading a lot in there, man. That's really good to see. I mean, at the end of the day, what you gonna do when you're locked up, right? Prepare for the day that you hopefully get released. But this video was kind of sad to see though, because I mean, Young Thug is a very successful man, and knowing what Young Thug has accomplished in the world, right, and seeing this video right here where his entire life is now subjected to this little space right here, I don't know what you think, but I think it's kind of eerie in a way. Once you belong to us, it don't matter who you are on the outside world, you are nothing but an inmate to us. That's kind of the message that I got. Really sad to see, honestly. And you know, the fact that Young Thug could possibly spend a lot of time in a box like that, honestly, man, I'm sure Young Thug, if he, you know, could go back in time, would do things very differently. This video right here is pretty important to see though, because you know, like, there's a lot of young people who get caught up in crimes and shit, and they have no clue what's waiting for them on the inside. This is what's waiting for you. I mean, for Young Thug, he's like, you know, the creme de la creme of human beings on the outside world due to his accomplishments. But even he, because you know, he's just an inmate when he's inside. Even Young Thug himself, man, Thugger, he ain't getting no privileges on the inside. To these correctional officers, he ain't Young Thug. Shit, he ain't even Jeffrey Williams. He's inmate number, whatever number they gave him. That's all he is, as long as he's under their roof. So I think it's a very important video to see, man. There's a lot of young men in this world, man, right now, who threw away their life for something stupid, like, I don't know, like a robbery. TK is a good example, right? And these are the conditions waiting for you. Like, imagine waking up inside of that every single day, having your entire life controlled by other men, and then surrounded by the worst of the worst. Yeah, man, you gotta be battling all kinds of demons inside of that bitch. So when I think about Young Thug, that's what I think about. I think about the fact that Young Thug, sometime in 2022, was in his mansion in, I don't know, like Atlanta or something. I'm sure he has a mansion there, just living his life. And then next thing you know, they kicked down his door, put those cuffs on him, and that was the last time he was ever gonna be out in the free world. Ain't it crazy how fast life can change? Now, things could of course change for the better for Young Thug. I mean, the trial is ongoing, but obviously when we're talking about a RICO case, things aren't really in his favor. And it's really sad because, you know, Thug had every reason to not get involved in anything, but unfortunately, his actions took him to that little box right there that he's currently locked up inside of. And right now, they own Thug like a piece of property. So sad, so sad. Definitely curious how things are gonna end for Thug though. I wonder if he possibly could get away with a couple years, or what's gonna happen. I guess only time will tell. Anyway, if you made it this far, can you do me a favor and like this video before you leave? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on this amazing content right here. Any thoughts on this topic regarding Young Thug? Curious to hear what you guys think about, you know, Young Thug these days. Like, are you paying attention to this YSL trial? Did you guys forget about Young Thug, or are you, you know, perhaps holding on to the hope that he's gonna be free soon? Curious to hear what you have to say. So I'll see you in the comment section below. And most importantly of all, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good day. Have a good night. Wherever you're at. Stay blessed. I'm out.